Okay, we're live. Welcome back to Real Cast Fishing Podcast. Your host, Glenn, with the City of Island Fishing Field Team. And this round, what we're talking about is ultralight bait casting, specifically some BFS lures. And so I've got some video here, just going to kind of categorize things. But before we start, let's give some folks some time to join. Okay. So let me just give a quick howdy in the chat. And we'll stand by. All right. Okay, so how's it going? We got hump day, Wednesday. And I know we've got some rain forecasted here. So that might put a little damper on things. And then, well, they did delay the trout stockings over there at the Blue River in Oklahoma. So that kind of has me bummed out. Let me go and tone down some of the volume here. It may be a little bit too loud. Okay, and I'm just checking on the dilly here so we can talk about some fishing stuff. All right. All right. Okay, still kind of quiet. We'll just stand by and just do a quick shout out if you're able to join. But with that, we'll just kind of stand by. All right. Okay. And in fact, let me kind of cycle through a few things while we're waiting. Let's see. Where is it? Okay. Well, I guess we can do a little preview video while we're waiting here. So let me switch cameras and let's kick it off.
One that can cast 1 gram trout magnets, but I'm going to try the Uzuri micro lure here. Got it on that Magic L, Handing Magic L ultralight rods to 4.5 foot. Water looks really clear. I mean, there's some stain in the water, but I can actually see to the bottom in the shallows here. And right now I see some turtles. Oh, there we go. It's like something was chasing some bait fish on top. I just got a hit there and then back over here by the tree. Something just spooked. Let's see if I can get them to hit. I'll keep that steady retrieve. Keep it higher in the water. There's a hit. All right. Thought I saw something. Oh, threw the hook on me. Yeah. That's tough. It's this little hook, you know. All right. Well, we know there's a bass in here. All right, let's go check out the chat, see what we got coming in. Bear with me. All right, let's see. Don't listen to bass fishing. Doesn't know. Okay. Oh, we're just basically just taking the time to try out a micro lure, the Uzuri micro lure. Now, a lot of times I'll come out to these ponds for these ultralight bait casting sessions, and I'll basically bring 1 or 2 lures, and that is it. And if I lose it, break it, it strikes out, well, just forces me to learn how to fish that lure better. A lot of times when I brought a lot more gear, I was spending a lot more time switching out, thinking, look at this. Right there in front of me. I sat there and hit I think some of these small fry right in front of me, or some of these bugs that are flying about. And just kind of work it. Oh, there's another one. Oh, yeah. I see him now. Little bass. Looks like he's chasing either some bait fish or some bugs on the surface. All right. So those of you guys wanting to start up a little mobile live streaming, setup I'm using is it's called a Tellison harness, neck harness. There we go. There we go. It's taking out line on me. I got the drag set for this 2-pound test line, and you can see, well, it's a pretty nice size one for this gear. Let's see. Bear with me. Go drop on the rocks here real quick. I gotta bring him in. Oh yeah. All right, let's get him here. Come on, Ghost Rider. All right. Taking out some line. Probably just bank them here in a moment. All right. All right. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right, home slice. Gotcha. There we go. Yozuri micro lure, micro crankbait right there on the Flight Feather Kingfisher. Now we just gotta get them undone. Luckily, I brought my forceps with me. We should be able to get them off the line here shortly. There we go. There it is. And there he is. With me. Okay, we've got some folks joining. We're just kind of running a video that we're going to be, then we'll go right into the Q&A session. So this round we're talking bait finesse fishing, aka ultralight bait casting, specifically talking about some lures that yours truly likes to use when he's out there fishing, specifically for trout and bass. So I've got some videos here to just kind of give you an idea what the capability of these lures are. And in the first video that I was showing, it's yours truly out there. I'm fishing I believe it's a trout magnet. Yeah, it's a trout magnet. And I think that one ends up doing pretty good. So let me go ahead and shift to that real quick. And let's just keep going, and I'll just do some commenting. And if you have any questions as we're running it, let me know. I'm listening in as well as doing some of the chat stuff in the background. All right, so let's go ahead and shift back. Come on, Ghost Rider. All right. And hopefully it'll get a little bit more active here as the afternoon, there we go, and the afternoon winds up. All right, another Bassavito. Had one throw the hook on me earlier. Hopefully this one doesn't. Get him up. All right. Mr. Bass, number 2 on the micro crankbait. A lot of times, I think some of the pros say when that happens, just stop. A lot of times that's enough to get the bass to strike when it bumps and then starts floating back up again. There's a hit. Looks like a bluegill. Oh, it's a sunfish in the shallows. Wow. Basically right at the tip of my rod tip. All right, well, let's get them all. Little sunfish. Oh. All right, well, he's on. All right. There's some bait fish moving about, and there he goes. Ah, that one was chasing some bait fish. There's a hit. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Oh, he's taking out line. Well, I'm going to have to chase some. Shoot. 2-pound test, buddy. He's big. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna just run it down here. See if I can at least get a view of them. All right, come on. What are you? Okay. All right, all right, all right. All right. It's coming up. Just gonna bring him up slowly. Oh yeah, it's a catfish. Big catfish. I think I can bank him. Well, he went for the Yozuri micro lure. All right, where's a bank? Okay, I see some rocks. All right, got me a bruiser. Okay, let me just take it down here. All right, if I can get him up on the bank, I think I can land him. Else I'm gonna have to run him on him. Okay, he's coming back. I got his head turning. Just need him to get a little bit more tired and come back to the bank. Come on. He may run on me right at the last minute. I got a little room here on the bank that I can bring them in to shore. Okay, liking that drag. Drag's holding. Good to know this is at least holding this size fish so far. All right, come on, come on. Try banking it. All right. If I can get them on the bank, I can run down and keep them from breaking off. All right, come on, mister. Come on, Mr. Catfish. Oh, he's still running. He ain't done yet. He ain't done yet. Come on, come on. Just got to get him off the bank, or on the bank. Ooh, almost slipped. Oh, he still wants to run. Come on, big guy. Get tired. Let's go. Let's go. I see it. Just need you to come in a little bit closer. To the bank. Almost. It's on that rock. There's a nice gravel section here I can get it to. Once I have them there, I think I got them. Yeah, there we go. All right, almost got them. All right, here we go. All right, Mr. Catfish. Bear with me. He's getting me a little wet. Yeah. Okay. All right. Mr. Catfish. All right, well, that was a big one. Nice. Okay, well, there's the Uzuri. Bear with me. Okay. All right. All right, this guy definitely wanted this lure. Okay. Let me just get him unhooked and I'm gonna throw him back. I said there was some bigger fish here, and I knew there was some bigger catfish as well as bass, so I guess this shows that there are some big catfish here. And I can just get this guy unhooked. There we go. Okay, there is my lure. Uzuri micro crankbait. And here he is. Hey, you guys can see that, maybe. It's pretty big. I don't have my measuring deal, but I'll just put my foot up next to it. Okay, he's 1, 2, he's 2.5 of my feet, and my feet are a foot, so 24, 28, 30 inch. Well, he's gonna get bigger. Well, god dang, that was fun.
Okay, so that's just showing you that you can use these micro crankbaits, and this particular one was the Uzuri Snap Bean, and it worked really well for the different bass as well as this catfish. And it actually surprised me. It was basically the tail end of that mobile fishing live stream session, and he struck and took me about, I'd say about 10 minutes to bring in. Yeah. Other crankbaits that I like using, this is one more recent that I went to. It's another pond, a fairly large sized pond in the local area, and I used the Rapala X-Wrap. And what I like about the Rapala X-Wrap is it's a suspending lure. So once you cast it out, you reel it in, it'll dive under, and as it suspends, you'll get that, well, a good chance that you'll get a bass or two striking at that point. So yeah, take a look at that video. It's the last live stream I posted. That should give you some information there. So let me switch over now to, let's see. I think this one is where I'm using the inline spinner. So when you fish an inline spinner, be it the rooster tail, a do-it-yourself inline spinner, I make them with a tool that I have here. Mepps, Aglia, the Panther Martin, all of those, you pretty much fish in a similar manner. You cast it out, start with a steady retrieve, just keep that blade spinning, and then maybe do a stop and go if you need to change the pattern up. And if the stop and go doesn't work, maybe a countdown retrieve, just kind of play it by ear. So in this one, I believe I'm going to show you how I work an inline spinner for some trout that were stocked during the winter trout stocking season. So bear with me. Let me get this set up and we will start here shortly. And we're just going to make a run up to McKinney Town Lake where they hosted a trout derby. It started here at 8 o'clock. It's about 10 o'clock right now. So I'm going to see if we can get a live video going. And then, well, after the derby, maybe try catching something on that bait finesse system style fishing. And I got that DIY inline spinner as well as some other bait finesse fishing material or lures. So let's see how that turns out. Okay, we're here. I actually did a little live stream and showed what was biting. It looked like most of the bites were happening on this side of the pond. And they do have it partitioned off, so that's good. Last time they had to release it to the whole lake because of the water issues. I think it was flooding. But that said, got a pretty cool little bag here that has some information about the recreation opportunities here in McKinney. And one of the things in the goodie bag was, guess what? Right here. Let's see if I got it. Right here. It comes with a little Senko. Looks like a Gary Yamamoto Senko. This is like a 5-inch one. Oh man. 4-inch one is the one we've been using on the bait finesse style fishing, but hey, those 5-inch ones work too. That said, we'll go take a look at things over here shortly and maybe try getting a little fishing done with our bait finesse fishing rod. Okay, and this round I'm using the Shimano Scorpion 17. Got the do-it-yourself inline spinner on there, and then I got that Bass Pro Shop Microlight 4'10" rod, fiberglass. Start up with that do-it-yourself inline spinner, then we switched over to the Firetail Rooster Tail, and while we were at it, we did see a few folks catching some fish. Looked like they were getting them on power worms, power bait, and some corn. There's one over there. Nice one. Cheaper to keep. All right, first fish of the day. Let's let this guy go. All right, that was on the Firetail. Had a slight nip at it, and then the second one was a good hit. We ended up getting that guy. So 1 strike and 1 catch on the Firetail 1/16 ounce gold blade. Steady retrieve, or actually it's a slow retrieve. I'll show you real quick. It's basically this speed right here. So bite's consistent on the Firetail. Okay, slow retrieve, slow retrieve. Steady retrieve. Actually, it's a slow retrieve. It just comes in spurts. It's like they're doing a circle around the pond. This bait finesse style is just really rocking right now. I'm able to just keep casting, not worry about the back cast or correction the backlash. Just got a hit there, so it's about 6 strikes so far, or 7. And it's a slow retrieve. About like that, right there. Right there.
What was that?
Oh, no. I saw it. Oh, is that?
Yeah, slow retrieve. Not very fast.
Judy. Fishing mate. Don't like it. Don't like it. Okay, give me two, okay?
You want it?
Yeah.
Oh,
You want
it came off. Shoot. All right, slow retrieve.
Oh!
Again, just cast it out far, and then a slow or a steady retrieve about that speed right there. And you can feel them tap it. And then they'll hook themselves. Another hit, another hit. All right, Mr. Tail. All right, it looks like inline spinners were working. That Rooster Tail 1/16th ounce with a gold blade, and then we're finding out that the power worm with a split shot is working really well. So right here, there's a bite. It's consistent. There's an individual over here on my left that's got one. Looks like on an inline spinner. Over here on the right, there's been some steady action as well. So here you just let it sink to the bottom. Watch your line, see if you get any line movement, and then set the hook. He's picking up. Yeah, there you go. All right, the power worm on a split shot. Almost. All right, they're here. All right, here we go. Here's another one. Steady action here at Town Lake McKinney on Trout Derby Day. That's a nice one.
Okay, so bear with me here. I've got some old school gear here that turns on and off, and I have to do some manual twisting with my hand here. So that was the inline spinner using rooster tails to catch a few trout. I also brought the DIY inline spinner. It's one where I make myself. That one works well, and if you notice, a steady retrieve. Just the speed I was taking, it was just basically keeping the blade moving through the water, and I could feel the trout just kind of tapping at it. Okay, so earlier we showed the Azuri snap bean and its capabilities from a ultralight bait casting standpoint. It's a great lure. The Rapala X-Trap worked really well, and then we showed the inline spinner, steady retrieve. You may have to do a stop and go or kind of a countdown retrieve at times, but in that particular case, in that video, straight inline, just steady retrieve is what worked. So this next one I'm going to show is going to be the trout magnet. Okay, it's a 1 gram lure, and I'm going to be fishing it with a bait caster. It's the Flight Feather Kingfisher BFS reel, and I'll be using it on the Handing Ultralight Magic Ultralight rod. All right, in the 4.5 size. Okay, 4.5 foot size. Okay. And let's see if I can get it queued up here. So bear with me, I'm going to hit the button here shortly.
Joe, and this round, yours truly taking out the Kingfisher bait finesse reel, along with that Handing Magic L rod, ultralight rod, bait finesse style fishing over here at the local pond. And after a little tweaking here and there, because I had to shift from one lure to other, I went to a trout magnet. 1 gram trout magnet, got it dialed in, was able to get some good casts in, get it over there where I needed to, where the fish were lurking. Well, in this case, this particular fish was a little bit closer to shore than normal. And, well, I guess a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, I wonder what a video's like. Check out this video. It's a nice fish. I'll let the video do the talking.
Woo!
Okay, so that gives you an idea of the capability of the trout magnet. And in this case, the Flight Feather Kingfisher BFS reel. I was using a 4.5-foot size rod. And I believe it was only 2-pound test that I was using. Okay, so with that, those were the videos I was going to show this round. And at this point, anyone have any questions, comments, specifically on ultralight bait casting, lures, or even gear? I could do a quick rundown as to some of the gear that I have, and then see if that opens up any other questions. So from a gear standpoint, well, here, let me go grab some. Okay, so some of the gear that I have, let's see. I don't have the Flight Feather, the one that was in that last video. It's actually in my little pickup, kind of where I keep it ready to go. So in case I see anything that, well, see any waters that I'd like to try fishing while I'm on my daily commute. But this is the Shimano Corrado BFS reel, okay? And right now I have it on the lightning rod, Berkeley lightning rod. This is an old rod, over 30, 40 years old. But it still works well. In this case, before even BFS came to the States, you know. So not bad. Okay. And right now I'm using 6-pound Stren mono. Okay. And I'm using this high-vis orange line. And the reason why I like the high-vis orange line is I like to, I guess, when I'm setting the hook and getting a strike, I'll use a visual of seeing my line moving, reacting to a strike, the feel of the rod, and the strike, as well as watching the rod tip. And other times I'll be watching the lure itself if I can see it. But with this high-vis line, I can take advantage of being able to see my line. And a lot of times I'll get a really light strike and I can see that line react. It'll may go slack, or it may pull left or right. And a lot of times that may be the only indication that I'm getting a strike, and just getting that extra time, at least being able to see this high-vis orange line has worked out really well. I've got the 2-pound, well, I just use Stren mono for all my BFS reels, either 2-pound, 4-pound, or 6-pound. I used to use a 2-pound trout magnet line that came with one of the kits that I bought. But ever since, I just stocked up on some Stren mono. It's one that I've used for years. I I got a lot of the orange 6-pound version or model type. And then I've got some filler spools of 2 and 4. All right. So this is a 6-pound, the Shimano Curado BFS. I specifically have this one actually coupled with a graphite ugly stick 7-foot rod. And that one I specifically got this reel because you can use it in salt water, and that rod, the 7-footer, so that I can do some free lining of some live shad, live mullet when I try fishing for some speckled trout on the coast. All right, I got hooked on it this last season, or this past summer, and yeah, yours truly is definitely going to get out there again using that setup. Okay. I think in the other video, or in the video, I've got the Shimano Scorpion BFS XG. Okay, that was the one in that other video. And this is actually the graphite ultralight ugly stick rod that I was talking about. This is the one I'm actually pairing with the Shimano Curado. I just wanted to go ahead and not let the Scorpion kind of be left out, you know. So I went ahead and put it on here. This one is using 4-pound test, okay. And I'll probably take this one out here in the next few. I did use a DIY inline spinner with that Shimano Curado and this rod, and ended up getting a nice sized catfish. I'd say about a 20-inch catfish after about a day or two of using this thing. So it's got a little luckiness. So a little rub some of that luckiness onto my other rods, because there's a good possibility that there's some more big fish to be had out there. Okay. I did mention that I do have the Kingfisher, the Flight Feather Kingfisher BFS reel. That was the one that you saw where I was bringing in that nice sized bass on a trout magnet. The key takeaway with that is it is a rod and reel combination that can cast 1 gram trout magnet out the box, no modification. You really just have to educate your thumb. And in that particular case, I usually go with 2-pound test, maybe 50 to 75 turns on the reel to spool it. I don't put much more than that because I do like that extra or less weight of the line on the spool to allow me a little leeway in casting that little 1 gram trout magnet. Okay, and then here I repurposed some spin casting reels, the Microcast Shakespeare spin casting combos, and I put these Casking BFS Zephyr reels. One of them has the reel clicker, the other one doesn't. One of these is the first one I ever got from a BFS reel standpoint. Been happy with these. These can handle 1/16 ounce lures, no problem. A little bit or less than that, you better educate your thumb some more and get you a nice whippy ultralight rod or whatnot versus these spin cast repurposed ones. I did put some high spool speed bearings and modified the one without the reel clicker, and that gave me, instead of a 1/16 ounce lure, I could probably go to maybe 125 ounce. Okay. But anyways, these are great ones that got me started in the BFS reel or BFS fishing. Before that, it was just way too expensive for what I was seeing to get me interested in it. I mean, I think back then it was like $500 to $800. I mean, you could still spend that much, but I prefer not to. But I've got these 2 Shimanos for less than $500. Jesus Christ. It's a little bit pricey. Anyways, other things I had, I think in one of the videos, you're seeing a fiberglass rod. One of the BFS, what do you call it? Or Bass Pro Shop Microlight rods that I picked up for like $25. And what got me to use that initially with the Casking Zephyr was there was a, I think, Raw Fishing, who's really into bait finesse. He's one of the guys I follow on one of the YouTube channels. He had mentioned that you could pick up this rod for 25 bucks. It's fiberglass. It's got the really whippy action, so you can definitely take advantage of that little whippy action to get those little ultralights out there. Let's see. 1/16 ounce should be tossed on a spinning reel. Yeah, you could do that. I've done that. I got spinning reels like crazy out here, but sometimes you get that bug and it's like, hey, let me go back to bait casting and see what I can do with these ultralights. So basically, yeah, you can use all kinds of different ways to cast these same lures. But in the case of BFS, bait finesse systems, I call it ultralight bait casting. It's just another method to fish, in this case, take the capability of a bait caster, the drag, the, I guess, more feel of the line, and whatever other excuse you want to use, just so you can cast a lightweight lure. In fact, that was the reason why I picked up that Kingfisher. I wanted to see if it could cast 1 gram straight out the box, no modification, and yeah, it can. All right. Any other questions, comments? Some of the gear I have. I mentioned about the ultralight bait casters. I mentioned about the lures that I like using. In particular, upcoming trout season, I'll have Super Dupers, I'll have Rooster Tails, I'll have the Panther Martin, inline spinners, the Mepps Anglia, plain trout, usually in the double aught size. And then, let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. Those are the inlines I usually keep handy. And then, of course, so you have your Super Duper. And a lot of cases, when it comes to a Super Duper, it's more of a spoon with, it's kind of like a U shape and bent. I find that one, don't put a swivel, just attach it to the snap that's included with the lure and start out fishing it slow. Cast it out, maybe do a countdown, but reel it slow. It's meant to be fished at a slower speed than your other lures. And I find that I typically get most of my trout limits using those Super Dupers. It's really just coming up with the color. Is it copper, brass / gold, or is it silver? Other times I've used the Rainbow Trout variant that they have, which has the coloration of rainbow trout colors. There's another one that I have that's a black one with a red, I guess, tip. That one's worked out well on some days. But overall, yeah, the Super Duper is another ultralight lure that you should keep handy. All right. Anyone have any other questions, comments? Got the floor open. Let's see. And while we're here, I could probably shoot this one video up while we're here. Let me just mute it, and let me try something real quick. Okay, I think there's something I can do to, yeah, it's in the lower corner. Oh man, I'm still working on the live stream to do some macros with the HDMI switcher, but I'll just kind of run it down below. So that was the little Kingfisher that I was showing you. In fact, right there, that's the Kingfisher. Okay, and that's the Magic L handing Magic L ultralight rod, and I'm casting a trout magnet. Okay? And you can see there's no problem casting a trout magnet. And here, it'll show the capability that it doesn't just need to be used for trout. It can take the occasional nice sized fish. In this case, it's going to be not a trout. All right. All right. So let me just walk you through what's happening here. What happened is I'm out at this particular pond that they stock with trout here in one of the cities right down the road from us. I've got glasses on, polarized glasses. I can see in the water, and I can see that there's some bass lurking in the shallows. And I see this one particular one just lurking there. So I cast a trout magnet thinking, is he really going to hit this trout magnet or not? It's really small and he looks like a fairly decent sized bass. So sure enough, I cast it there and lo and behold, I see, or I don't see the lure. It just disappears. So I went ahead and just reacted to that and set the hook. Bottom line, when in doubt, set the hook. And sure enough, I did. And the next thing I know, I get this nice bend in the rod. And guess what? I'm fighting this guy. I didn't weigh it, but he had a fairly good sized tummy. And I didn't have a net. I was just fishing for stocker trout, so you don't really need a net for them with these little guys. And I'm using that 2-pound Stren mono, and I'm trying not to be too aggressive in getting them landed. And I get them banked, pick them up, and lo and behold, I got me a bruiser. All right, not bad. That's pretty fun. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. That was pretty fun. Okay. So with that, any other questions? That was the Kingfisher BFS reel on the Magic L, Handing Magic L ultralight rod, 4.5-foot variety. Can handle, I believe, what is it, 1 gram to 5 gram, I think is what it was saying for the weight capacity. And then the line, I think 1 to 4 or 6 pound, I think it was. Yeah. Anyways, I got the 4.5-foot one, and I also got the 6-foot one. It's up above here. Yeah, it's up above. I've got it on one of the walls here. And on there, I initially use it, the 6-foot variety, but I found that when I side cast, I tended to hook things that I don't want to hook. And next thing I'm getting a pretty bad backlash. So I went to the 4.5-foot, and it does side cast much easier, much better. I don't hook up with the ground and other greenery that's around me that often. All right. Okay, let me see if I can keep things going here and see if you have any questions. Okay, let's go to the Yuzuri Snapbean and a crankbait that I like using. I believe it's just over 1 gram in weight. Okay, and let's just kind of shift over real quick. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Kingfisher, the one that can cast 1 gram trout magnets, but I'm going to try the Yuzuri micro lure here. Got it on that Magic L, Handing Magic L ultralight rods, the 4.5-foot. Water looks really clear. I mean, there's some stain in the water, but I can actually see to the bottom in the shallows here. And right now I see some turtles. Oh, there we go. It's like something was chasing some bait fish on top. I just got a hit there, and then back over here by the tree, something just spooked. Let's see if I can get them to hit. I'll keep that steady retrieve. Keep it higher in the water. There's a hit. All right. Thought I saw something. Oh, threw the hook on me. Yeah, that's tough. It's this little hook, you know. All right. Well, we know there's a bass in here. All right, let's go check out the chat, see what we got coming in. Bear with me. All right, let's see. Don't listen to bass fishing. Doesn't know. Okay. Oh, we're just basically just taking the time to try out a micro lure, Yuzuri micro lure. Now, a lot of times I'll come out to these ponds for these ultralight bait casting sessions, and I'll basically bring 1 or 2 lures, and that is it. And if I lose it, break it, it strikes out, well, just forces me to learn how to fish that lure better. A lot of times when I brought a lot more gear, I was spending a lot more time switching out, thinking, look at this, right there in front of me. And I sat there and hit I think some of these small fry right in front of me, or some of these bugs that are flying about. And just kind of work it Oh, there's another one. Oh, yeah. I see him now. Little bass. Looks like he's chasing either some bait fish or some bugs on the surface. All right. So those of you guys wanting to start up a little mobile live streaming, setup I'm using is it's called a Tellison harness, neck harness. There we go. There we go. He's taking out line on me. I got the drag set for this 2-pound test line. And you can see, well, it's a pretty nice size one for this gear. Let's see. Bear with me. Go drop on the rocks here real quick. I gotta bring him in. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get him here. Come on, Ghost Rider. All right. Taking out some line. Probably just bank him here in a moment. All right, come on. There we go. All right, home slice, gotcha. There we go. Uzuri micro lure, micro crankbait right there on the Flight Feather Kingfisher. Now we just gotta get them undone. Luckily, I brought my forceps with me. We should be able to get them off the line here shortly. There we go. There it is. And there he is. And let's let him go back and get bigger. Okay, come on, Ghost Rider. All right. And hopefully it'll get a little bit more active here as the afternoon, there we go. And the afternoon winds up. All right, another Bassabito. Had one throw the hook on me earlier. Hopefully this one doesn't. Get him up. All right. Mr. Bass, number 2 on the micro crankbait. A lot of times, I think some of the pros say when that happens, just stop. A lot of times that's enough to get the bass to strike when it bumps and then starts floating back up again. There's a hit. Looks like a bluegill. Oh, it's a sunfish in the shallows. Wow. Basically right at the tip of my rod tip. All right, well, let's get them off. Little sunfish. Oh. All right, well, he's off. All right, there's some bait fish moving about, and there he goes. Ah, that one was chasing some bait fish. There's a hit. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Oh, he's taking out line. Well, I'm gonna have to chase him. Shoot. 2-pound test, buddy. He's big. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna just run it down here. See if I can at least get a view of him. All right, come on. What are you? Okay. All right. All right. It's coming up. Just gonna bring him up slowly. Oh yeah, it's a catfish. Big catfish. I think I can bank him. Well, he went for the Uzuri micro lure. All right, where's a bank? Okay, I see some rocks. All right, got me a bruiser. Okay, and just take it down here. All right, if I can get him up on the bank, I think I can land him. Else I'm gonna have to run him on him. Okay, he's coming back. I got his head turning. Just need him to get a little bit more tired and come back to the bank. Come on. He may run on me right at the last minute, but I got a little room here on the bank that I can bring him in to shore. Okay, liking that drag. Drag's holding. Good to know this is at least holding this size fish so far. All right, come on, come on. Try banking it. All right. If I can get them on the bank, I can run down and keep them from breaking off. All right, come on, mister. Come on, Mr. Catfish. Oh, he's still running. He ain't done yet. He ain't done yet. Come on, come on. Just got to get him off the bank, or on the bank. Ooh, almost slipped. Oh, he still wants to run. Come on, big guy. Get tired. Let's go. Let's go. I see it. Just need you to come in a little bit closer. To the bank. Almost. It's on that rock. There's a nice gravel section here I can get it to. Once I have them there, I think I got them. Yeah, there we go. All right, almost got them. All right, here we go. All right, Mr. Catfish. Bear with me. He's getting me a little wet. Yeah. Okay. All right. Mr. Catfish. All right, well, that was a big one. Nice. Okay, well, there's the Uzuri. Bear with me. Okay. All right. All right, this guy definitely wanted this lure. Okay. Let me just get him unhooked and I'm gonna throw him back. I said there was some bigger fish here, and I knew there was some bigger catfish as well as bass, so I guess this shows that there are some big catfish here. And I can just get this guy unhooked. There we go. Okay, there is my lure. Uzuri micro crankbait. And here he is. Hey, you guys can see that, maybe. It's pretty big. I don't have my measuring deal, but I'll just put my foot up next to it. Okay, he's 1, 2, he's 2.5 of my feet, and my feet are a foot, so 24, 28, 30 inch. Well, he's gonna get bigger. Well, god dang, that was fun.
Okay, bear with me here. Let me get the camera working up here again. Okay, what I want to do now is see if I can find the other video that I caught a nice sized bass using an antique lure and BFS gear, specifically the Shimano Scorpion BFS XG and the Bass Pro Shop Ultralight. Okay, and that one, yeah, that was a pretty good. That was a pretty good fish. So let me check real quick. Let me see if I can grab the shorts version of it. Okay. And I'm just kind of flipping through. In fact, here, let me switch again here. Okay. Yeah, I'm just flipping through the channel now and see if I can get it there. Got a number of shorts here. Come on, where are you at? Oh, here we go. Let's go to this one. Right here. Right here. Yeah. This, okay, so what I did was I had just picked up the Shimano Corrado BFS reel and the ugly stick, the one that I use for live bait finesse fishing. Okay, and what I want to show you is what it can do. Okay, here it comes. See if I can put it in full size mode.
We got ourselves a fighter. Let's see. Oh, okay. I see a spot. Oh, hear that reel clicker. Okay. Hear that reel clicker. He's still going. Okay. I'm going to see if I can bank him over here, this one corner. He's still going out. Oh, man. All right, all right. Come on, come on. Stay here. Just got to tire him out now. Okay. A little muddy. Oh, bear with me. He's getting me dirty. Oh, now I'm muddy. Not bad, huh? Kamano Corrado DIY inline spinner. I'm guessing he's he's over 20 inches. So, all right, cool beans. Got that on camera. Love this live stream stuff. Get bigger.
Okay, so what happened there was I just picked up that rod and reel, went out there with a DIY inline spinner, and it's one that I made. And what I did was I was just kind of fishing that pond, and it was basically the last cast, and bang, he hit it, and I brought him in, and it took me about maybe 5-10 minutes to bring in. I was using 4-pound test strand mono at the time, and you could see that again it handled it fairly well. Let me go back again and see if I can take us to that one bass I want to show you. Okay, so bear with me. Let me shift the stream over. Okay, we'll just start flipping through here again. This was a couple years back, so let me see. And it was the Shimano Scorpion, and hold up. Here's something that you might want to see right here. So I mentioned previously how I had put some high spool speed bearings on the BFS reels that I have, specifically the Casking Zephyr, right? So this is a good one that you probably want to check out. It goes that long. Okay. And then you can also do it the other way, where you pop the handle and then open it, and it spins. Okay, and that's a stock one. You notice it doesn't make that much noise. It's very quiet. So I noticed with the high spool speed bearing one right here, okay, that one's noisier, but it sure can spin. It doesn't take much to get it kick started, and I believe that is really the key. And you can hear it, and you can see it spins. It's much easier to get it kick started right there, and I believe that's the reason why I'm able to cast some lighter lures compared to the stock one. Kick start it with the handle there, and it'll just keep going. You can see. Okay, so that was the Casking Zephyrs. I have two of them. I took the line off, but the spool, the one stock spool, the other one, that high spool speed bearing, and you can see the difference. One just kept going a lot longer than the other. What I notice is, from a thumb education standpoint, when you're casting the one with that custom bearing, you do need to make an adjustment, or you may get some backlashes. Additionally, I believe the reason why you're able to cast lighter lures is because of the inertia to get it started and spinning is a lot less than the stock one. Okay, so let's go back, okay, and see if I can find the one I was talking about. Okay, let's just flip through here. I got a ton of videos, so what I'm trying to do is get to the one bass where I'm using that BFS gear, And let's see. Wonder if I could do a search on here. Bass. Let's see what that does. Okay, bass. All right. Let's see. It's a different one. Okay, you could see I do a lot of fishing. Yeah, I can't help it. You know, you gotta fish. Fishing is life. All right. Okay. And call out Eddie if you see something that catches your eye. But I should be coming up on it soon. Let's see. All right. And what was cool about this was this is a pond up in Oklahoma, and it really surprised me. I did not expect it. Oh, there it is right here. This is the 2-minute 33-second version, not the shorts version. I don't know. We got time. What do you say? Let's check it out. Okay. All right. I think there's going to be a commercial. Oh, yeah. Shoot. There's a commercial. Bear with me. Let's get through this commercial. Okay. I'll hit the skip button here in a moment. Okay, skip. Hello, it's Glenn again, the avid fisherman. And this round, I'm talking about, again, Ultralight Baitcasting, Bait Finesse Systems, BFS, and this is the Scorpion BFS XG. This one's near and dear to my heart. I've used it in saltwater, I've used it in ponds, and in this case, I got a really nice sized bass, 7-pound plus. And this one also has that reel clicker, so you can feel the drag coming out. I only put 4-pound test line on, just some mono stren, and have had really good success with it. I was fishing a vintage lure, and well, check it out.
I don't know what he is for sure, but we'll bring him in as soon as we can. Nice bass. Nice bass. See if I can bank him. Nice. All right. Nice. The vintage lure series is going to kick off with a bang. Nice bruiser here. All right, Cisco Kid rocked today. Nice. Let's let him go. All right.
When it comes to fishing, these...
All right, so that gives you an idea of what the capability of a bait finesse combo. In this case, that was the Shimano Scorpion BFS XG, and yours truly using the Bass Pro Shop Ultralight, Microlight, Ultralight fiberglass rod. That one's got a really thick handle, so it kind of throws me, but that really whippy action of the tip works really well. I don't really use them as much anymore except for backup. I got one up there and I got another one back there somewhere. I'm kind of shifted over, and I'm really just hooked on that the Handing Magic L ultralight rod, as well as a couple of other rods, the Ugly Stick and the Berkeley Lightning rod. Those have both been some very good fish catchers, I guess, what you call them. Okay, I think we're about ready to wrap up at this point, unless anyone has any other questions, comments. Just more of an impromptu fish Q&A session. We just wanted to see if I've got this new streaming setup working to where I can shift videos and get you to see what I'm talking about, because instead of a talking head video, I think you guys prefer being able to see visually what I'm talking about and describing. All right. I am getting some other hardware that might also increase the workflow, at least the flow of the stream, so that I can keep you engaged and stay stuck on whatever I'm trying to get to you information-wise. Because our motto for this channel is learn to fish by our trials and errors. All righty. All right, next time, we'll catch y'all later, and good luck and good fishing.